So here we go up towards the flag or the lights for the Legends race here, race number 8, and it's Hodgson and Patterson in front of the grid, but as they leap away down towards Duffus Dip, Ben Mason gives John Patterson a nice good push as they go into that first corner, and John Patterson leads down through Duffus Dip, through Leslie's, and the rest of the pack make their way in towards McIntyre's. Billy Waite getting a little bit sideways there alongside car number 5 Michael Paxton, and Ivor Greenwood in 37 goes up the inside of him as they go through Butchers. But just look at this at the front, streaking away as they make their way up towards Clark Corner is John Patterson, car number 1 in the Tans car, Ben Mason number 22, and Jordan Hodgson, hard charging Jordan Hodgson in car number 8 as they're already powering round towards the hairpin in these little Legends. Through the hairpin at the end of lap 1, John Patterson leads away. We go back on board in the pack with Ivor Greenwood just now. Ivor looks like he's going past Billy Waite. He's got Colin just in front of him here. Colin McNeely tries not to get too close to the back of him. Doesn't want to have any contact there. Look at that, Ivor does a really nice cutback on the inside here, and he's getting 2 cars in one move here. He's also going to get John Bushby here. Depends what John Bushby does at the first corner, though. Ivor now alongside, and he will take that position in towards Duffus Dip. Great bit of driving from Ivor Greenwood. They're using the power and straight. Bushby spins sideways through the apex. Wow, Billy Waite so lucky not to get caught up in that one. That would have sent Billy airborne there. That would have been tyre to tyre contact, and Billy would have been skywards, but thankfully with that one he managed to avoid the spinning number 16 through the top of Duffus Dip. Pause for breath with that one. Very close as the cars now make their way up the back straight, but your leader is already on his way towards the hairpin. Change of second place, so Ben Mason gets taken by Jordan Hodgson as they go in towards the hairpin. And then behind Ben now, car number 6 looms large in his mirrors. That's David Hunter. Then we've got Stephen McGill. Then we've got Ivor Greenwood. Try and keep our eyes, and we'll try and pick out David Newell. He'll be in there. There is that David Newell there? Looked like it was car 60. And look at that, already in towards Duffus Dip. David Hunter pokes his nose at the inside. Hodgson runs wide. That took Ben Mason in as well. Now, can David Hunter capitalise going through Leslie's? No, he can't. Ben Mason closes the door there. Jordan Hodgson looking like he was just maybe losing a little bit of front end grip at the first corner. And then also McIntyre's. So these 4 cars with Stephen McGill just off the back of David Hunter, they've all really scoped together. And the next car into view is Ivor Greenwood. Then it's Newell, and then it's Black as they go up towards Clark Corner. Round towards the hairpin. Ivor Greenwood can see this all unfolding in front of him. And John Patterson, well, wee Pat, he can see all unfolding behind him as he makes his way through the hairpin. Look at that lead. Majestic lead for him here as David Hunter goes not past 1. He gets Mason and Hodgson at the hairpin. He gets his teammate in that as well. The Cresta Racing cars, up the main straight they come. Ben Mason's back on the inside. Ben Mason will not go down without a fight. That's one thing I can guarantee and I can vouch for. He will not go down without a fight. And McGill now gets right involved in this. Stephen McGill trying to get Ben Mason as they go into Duffus Dip. But Dave Hunter finds himself into second place now. Lovely little 4-wheel drift as he comes through McIntyre's down through Butchers. You can see the bodywork just rubbing off the wheel arch, or the wheel arch rubbing off the top of the tyre. As you can see the bodywork touching, giving us a little bit of smoke. Nothing to worry about whatsoever in that. As they now make their way through Clark Corner past our cameraman and head towards the hairpin. This is where the draft starts working. You start picking up a toe. Mason right in the slipstream. Here we're getting pulled right up to the back of that number 8 car, as well McGill. Mason pops out from the slipstream. McGill pops out, and he's going to pass 1. Is he going to get 2 of them? He's sideways as he goes into the corner. Great move, Stephen McGill there. Thought that was maybe going to loop round in a circle, but great bit of sliding into the corner. And that actually looked like it helped him point the car back towards the apex. That's quite novel. I've never seen that done before. Great move, Stephen McGill. He's now under huge pressure as they come in towards Duffus Dip from Jordan Hodgson. But meanwhile at the front, streaking away all on his own, the reigning and defending champion John Patterson makes his way down up to the chicane to stroke off another lap here on this brand new surface that we have in Knockhill. The Legend guys really liking it. They're finding that it's got quite a good bit of grip now. It's taken a little time to buff through the surface of it, but yeah, the Legends. Oh, look at David Newell. Rally Dave comes through the Arnold Clark chicane in proper rally style there. Gets called Rally Dave because, yeah, he does a little bit of rallying as well, and also he brings that style into his Legend, as you can see there. He's now got Ryan McLeish in car 71 behind him. Ryan McLeish, a hard charging, very young man, but so much talent in that 71 car. Look at David Hunter going through the hairpin there. That's brilliant. Obviously been watching Stephen McGill from a lap before there, using the back of the car to get the front of the car turned back towards the apex. Whether that was meant, we don't know, but it looked pretty good from where we're sitting just now. We pack through Duffus. That's Leslie's, that tricky little left-hander, absolutely flat in a Legend. Then slow it down for McIntyre's. Bit of a kiss of the sausage curb there. Don't know if he meant that, or maybe the car just slid in towards Apex too soon. Butchers, then over the crest of the chicane. There we go. Up the back straight for John Patterson. Makes that look effortless, doesn't he? Then we get Dave Hunter coming through. Then the rest of the pack. McGill, Hodgson, Greenwood and co. Ben Mason just off the back of Ivor Greenwood right now, and that's not where Ben's going to want to be. He'll be trying to make a little bit of progress with that as the race goes on. Now, we should see some slipstreaming here. Look at Ivor Greenwood getting sucked right up to the back of Hodgson. He decides to pull out. That's the best thing to do. He's now got an overlap. Can he get the brakes? Yes. Can he get McGill as well? No, McGill is covering the inside there. Stephen McGill would have seen that coming in his mirror, so Ivor just drives in the back of him as he goes through the apex of the corner. Stephen McGill won't be liking that too much. Never the greatest thing when somebody does hit the back of you. Ivor trying to pick up some sort of side toe or side draft on the Legend now. I don't really know if they give that off, but he's got a good engine underneath the bonnet of that Temple Auto Salvage bonnet there. And Ivor Greenwood gets a position going into Duffus Dip now. A nice clear track ahead of him as he goes through Leslie's. You'll have to watch. Nobody comes past him on the inside here. No, they don't. The silver car in the distance, that will be David Hunter, and that's who Ivor Greenwood has now got his eyes on. I think Dave might be that little bit too far up the road for Ivor to catch, but it's not going to stop him from trying, that's for sure. The laps wind down. Dave Newell now in all sorts of problems and battles with Ryan McLeish, as we saw further back in the pack there behind Stuart Black. There they come through Clark Corner just now, car 60 and car 71. Meanwhile, your leader is just going through and out of the hairpin, but look at this, coming into the hairpin. Stephen McGill wants to get back past Ivor Greenwood. He goes right, he goes left, he goes back to the original racing line. Does he try and just get a good drive through the corner? Yes, but not to be. We know Ivor's quite strong when he exits the hairpin, and that helps him up the hill, but McGill will now be well and truly in the slipstream as they come up the main straight. Hodgson and Mason just out of the toe, if anything, underneath the Beatson's Building Supply Bridge in towards turn one. Great view of Ivor here, coming in through over the crest of the hill, and we dive back down to see car number 6. Dave Hunter, Brook Street Autos on the side of that. A very loyal sponsor for Dave. And Dave's been around, he's been around quite a long time now. He won't mind me saying that because I've been around the same amount of time. But yeah, he's just as fast as he's ever been. And look at this, Greenwood having to defend as they go up towards Clark. So that must mean McGill was on it. Yes, McGill was. Greenwood runs wide. That gives McGill a little bit of a cutback, and Hodgson's going to go the other side. So this is going to be very interesting as they head round towards the hairpin. Ivor sits in the middle of the track. He's got Hodgson on his left. He's got McGill on his right. He's got Mason there as well. But he still manages to hold off. Oh, he's gone into the corner too hot. He blows it. He misses his apex by about a week and a half. And unfortunately, he loses 3 positions up to the checker flag. It's that man in number 1. John Patterson takes the victory from Dave Hunter. And the last corner, Ivor Greenwood makes a mistake, and Stephen McGill gets onto the podium in the number 15 car. He will be absolutely delighted with that ahead of Ben Mason, Jordan Hodgson, Ivor Greenwood, Stuart Black, Ryan McLeish, David Newell. McLeish did get Newell at the very end there. What a cracking Legends race that was.